Hey, I'm getting hungry.
Oh, yeah, have yourself a pretzel.
You better take two. That's all the food you're going to see tonight.
How come when the game's in my place, I serve sandwiches?
Because I can't afford sandwiches on a police department pension. That's how come.
Are we going to argue or are we going to play?
We gotta wait for Harry anyway.
Hey, Harry, come on. You're holding up the game.
Who's in? Who's up? Where's Harry?
Yeah, there we go. Let's see now. Come on, Harry. The car's getting cold.
Hey, Harry. I'll get him. Hey, Harry, come on out. We know you got an extra deck hidden in there, but you're not going to win anyway, so why don't you come out and fold like you always do? Well, it's about time. We were going to send for St. Bernard. You feeling okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Fine. Well, why don't you take off the jacket? Loosen the tie. You're going to be boiling.
Harry'd rather boil than appear undressed in public. Right, Harry?
Is it hurting you?
Hey, Harry, take it easy.
Oh, back with it. Cash me in. Put it on the tab. I don't feel like playing anymore.
Well, you've been playing. There won't be much cash, Harry.
Yeah, well, that's the way my luck's been running lately. I'm going for a walk. See you guys later.
Harry, if any of us has said anything...
Oh, no. It's nothing anybody else did. It's me. It's all me. I'll see you tomorrow.
Sure.
Hello, Harry. I was just coming to see you. What's this?
Frank's money. It's all there. I didn't spend a cent.
Frank don't want the money. He wants the stuff.
I couldn't go through with it. I've never done a dishonest thing in my life.
Give it to me.
I don't have it. Oh, please, I'm an old man.
You want more of the same?
No.
Hand it over, Harry.
Haven't got it.
Hand over the stuff, Harry.
Oh.
Kitty. Blossom. Kitty. Blossom.
Well, you see, Lotus came home all right, but Blossom wasn't with her.
Lotus?
No, that's her Siamese cat.
Ma'am, could you describe the clothing worn by the man who ran away?
Well, goodness no. You see, my eyesight isn't just what it used to be.
Well, thank you very much for your help, Mrs. Reese.
Thank you. Well, I do hope that you catch this man, Ben. I'd hate to think of him running around doing that kind of thing to older people. Blossom? Well, come on, darling. Blossom. Kitty.
Say, would you boys mind giving me a ride down to the hospital? Well, you are going there. Get a statement from Harry, aren't you?
Yes, sir, but we're not allowed to
transport civilians, yes, I know. But I think you can make an exception in this one case.
I don't think you understand, Mr.
Fuller. It's Ben Fuller. For 23 years, Lieutenant Fuller of your police department. Now, if I were you, I wouldn't want Eddie Riker to find out you wouldn't give me a lift to the hospital.
You ever hear Lieutenant Riker talk about Ben Fuller?
Mm-hmm. At great length, with great admiration.
Well, maybe we can make an exception this once.
This once.
You have to do that.
Relax, huh?
Well, he should have been back by now.
Yeah, he should be. Hey, hand me those darts, will you?
Look, you want him, you get him.
Hey, think fast. What, are you nervous?
Did you get it?
That's it?
That's all he gave me. He said he wanted out.
And that's it, huh? I mean, you let him walk out with 100,000 in stones?
He isn't walking anywhere. I put him in a hospital.
Where's the stuff, then?
I don't know. He didn't have it on him.
And you put him in the hospital. Well, how do we get to him now, huh?
Hey, Frank, come on now. Come on, Frank. Frank, come on. Listen, we'll get it. If he didn't have it on him, he must have hidden it someplace. We just gotta figure it out. Come on, we gotta sit down. We'll sit down and we'll figure it out, okay? Now, he must have hidden it somewhere.
Maybe he put them in the mail and sent them to the cops.
Maybe. But we're gonna go looking for him. And you better hope we find him, or else nobody ever be able to pull me off of you.
No, he's still unconscious. The doctor's with him.
What do the x-rays show?
Well, we don't know yet. The radiologist still has him.
I want to see him as soon as he wakes up.
Are you a relative?
No, I'm a friend. I think he has a daughter living in Baltimore.
Would you happen to know her phone number?
No.
Well, maybe it's in his wallet.
No, his wallet was missing. We'll check with the apartment manager. Maybe he knows the number.
Sorry, he doesn't know you're here.
Maybe not. Maybe he knows that somebody's touching him and caring about him. And it's important when you get to be our age. It's important at any age.
It looks like an apparent mugging. Is it? That's the question. Let's examine it.
Well, if it is, it's an unusual one.
Why?
From the woman's statement, it sounded like the attacker was more interested in beating Mr. Chester than robbing him.
That's speculation.
Mr. Chester's watch and rings are expensive ones. It's not likely that a mugger would leave them behind.
That's logical, but it's inconclusive.
Ben, you spent the afternoon with him. Did he seem nervous or worried about anything?
Well, he was a little off his feed, yeah.
You know him long?
Long and well. Since I retired. 8 years.
Do you know of any enemies or reasons that someone would want to beat him up like this?
No, none that I know of.
All right, gentlemen, where does this leave us?
Just about where we started.
Okay, turn in your reports, and we'll follow this through in the field.
Sir. Very good. They're better than you were when you were a rookie.
No, they're not better than I was. They're young, and they learn fast, and there's a lot more to learn. But you're right, they are good. What are you doing with yourself, Ben?
Oh, golf, poker, nothing really.
How's it feel to be a man without responsibilities?
Well, it's a green pasture until you get out there. Then you find out it's nothing but a graveyard.
Riker? Thank you. Your friend has a skull fracture, Ben. He's on his way to the operating room. I'm sorry.
operation like that's a little risky for a man as old as Harry.
Ben, do us all a favor. Go home, go to a movie, play golf. Let us do the job, please.
I'm going to find out who did this, Ed. You going to stop me?
You interfere with any due process and you are stopped.
Thanks for the advice. I'll think it over.
Older. Find Webster and Gillis, send them in here. I got a job for them.
Hey, what are you doing here?
We're in special assignment.
Such as?
Detail Ben Fuller. Ladies' apartment house said he was here.
Well, I hate to shake you guys up, but some police officers think it's easier to tell a suspect out of uniform. Suspect tends to notice a uniformed police officer walking behind him.
Michael, don't be cute. Veronica wants Fuller to know we're watching him.
Oh, well, then you're doing it the right way. He'll know.
Jill, what's he doing here anyway? Did his friend come out of the coma?
No, he's still unconscious. But Fuller's been in the room talking to him anyway. You see, the doctors have a theory that sometimes a familiar voice can help to bring a patient out of it.
Fuller been here long?
Since 8 o'clock this morning, he's been talking every minute.
Hey, Harry, look at this. A 50-yard field goal. And it's another one of those soccer-style kickers. Now, when are they going to realize that field goals are about as exciting as day-old oatmeal? Hey, they're putting up more streetlights in the shopping mall. Trying to cut down on crime. You know, I remember when they put up the first street light in my hometown. It was the first electric light any of us had ever seen. I was only a kid, but I remember the whole town turned out to watch them turn on that first light. Can you imagine 150 people standing there on a hot summer evening staring at one electric light bulb? The kids today would think we were crazy, I suppose. You know, they used to turn the light off on the nights when the moon was full. Well, I gotta be getting back here. I want to go through your apartment. I hope you don't mind, but maybe I'll find something there that'll help me to figure out who did this to you. Harry, take care of yourself. Well, what are you two doing here?
We're on special assignment, sir, and you're the assigner.
You're gonna tail me?
Yes, sir. Those are the orders.
So, son, it's asinine. It's being treated like a child. Will you tell Lady Riker for me that I am no child, and I will not... Sir? Stop. Nurse! The pills are in the coat. The coat. I'm feeling much better now. Stairs! Did you remember to bring my coat?
It's against the law, breaking and entering.
All right, let's not pass it by. Why don't you book me right now?
So help me, Ben, I will. I will. As unpopular as it's going to make me, I will book you if I have to. That's going to be up to you. Tell you what I'll do. I'll trade information with you. We've checked your friend's financial status. 3 weeks ago, he deposited $10,000 in cash in his savings account. Yesterday, he withdrew $10,000 in cash. Now, does that mean anything to you?
No. His apartment was searched, though. He's a compulsive type. He's neat. He's tidy. It's not the way I found it.
Maybe he was looking for the money. Who did he get it from? What did he do to get it? And why did he withdraw it from his account? You said he was nervous at the poker game.
Yeah, he was, and I didn't know why.
You got anything else you want to tell me?
No. No, not a thing, Ed.
This is as far as it goes, Ben. I'm serious about this. I want you off this case and no more interfering.
And I want your rookies off my tail. Deal?
It's a deal. I'm warning you, no more.
Don't you want us to stay with him?
He's no longer involved. I have his word.
Lieutenant, he couldn't be uninvolved if he wanted to. The people in his apartment house think he's the Lone Ranger. They're looking to him to bust this case wide open.
What is this? I'm getting it from 2 groups today, kids and old men. And there's no difference. They're both infantile. Ben Fuller is off the case. That's it. I don't want to hear any more about it. Now, with your permission, I would like to return to some police work. Harry Chester works for the Academy of Gemology. I would like you to get down there, check the place out, and report back to me. And if you do happen to run into Ben Fuller, or if you happen to see him, I want to know. Not that I think you will, mind you. All right, that's it. Get out of here. You're dismissed.
I assure you, Detective Fuller, I told those 2 police officers everything that I knew. I'm sorry about Mr. Chester's locker, but I didn't have the key. Mr. Johnson takes the keys with him, and he is not in today.
Well, let's back up just a little bit now. You were saying that these 2 policemen wanted to get into Mr. Chester's locker, and they didn't?
Yes, they said they would come back when Mr. Johnson is in.
Well, they're rookies, miss.
Ms.
I beg your pardon?
It isn't Miss. It's Ms.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. They're rookies, Ms. And they don't know how vital this case is. Now, I've got to get into that locker right away. And we won't need any keys.
Well, if it's that vital, follow me, please. Was Mr. Chester involved in anything? You know, Mr. Johnson wouldn't like that. Could you tell me what it is?
No, I can't, Miss. Tell me, is this the class that Mr. Chester normally teaches?
Yes. This is the locker.
This one, okay. Is this costume jewelry?
No, it's platinum and 22-karat gold.
Well, now, for the record, miss, you did give me permission to open this locker. We can get back to your office. I'll give you a receipt for these.
Yeah. I thought I told you to stay near that phone.
Look, I'm here, aren't I?
There was a cop here. He got in Chester's locker. He found the mountings.
Well, that doesn't help matters much.
You find anything in the apartment?
No, it was clean.
They must have stashed his stuff in school. I'll check it out tonight.
Hey, look, man, if that cop found those mountings, they're gonna be swarming all over that place.
Work it out. Don't sweat it.
Hey, maybe we ought to just let it go, huh?
It's ours, man. We work for it. I mean, we gotta burn a few cops to get it, and we gotta burn some cops. That's all.
Hey, come on in. Oh, I gather this isn't social.
It could have been. I want those mountings. Don't do that, Ben. I've already talked to the secretary at the academy. Impersonating a police officer, possession of stolen goods, interfering with police work.
Well, it depends on how you look at it. See, I used my own name. I flashed my ID card. She gave me permission to open that locker, and I gave her a receipt. It'll be a little sticky in court, don't you think?
You think I want to take you to court? You think that's what this is all about? Ben, you're a friend of mine.
Harry Chester's a friend of mine. My best friend.
Come on, friendship isn't half of what's driving you, and you know it. If it was, you'd let us do the job because you want that job done. Instead, you go running around trying to prove something to yourself, to the retirement board, the people in the apartment house. Ben, you're not 28 years old. No. You're not a super cop.
Yeah, hello.
Mr. Fuller, this is Mrs. Danko. You asked me to call you if... Well, Mr. Fuller, I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you. Mr. Chester passed away less than an hour ago. He never came out of the coma.
Oh. Well, thank you, Nurse Danko. I appreciate you calling. Harry Chester just died.
Well, I've got a murder one on my hands.
Yeah. Here.
Is there anything else you'd care to offer me at this time?
Oh, maybe if you want it,
Well, try me.
Don't get old. Don't get old. Don't let them push you out.
When you first retired, it seems to me you enjoyed yourself.
Oh, yeah, I enjoyed them. I did, at first. Took that trip around the world. I saw all the things that I wanted to live to see. And then I took up golf with Harry, and Harry and I went fishing. Then I began thinking to myself, is this it? What kind of enjoyment is there when your happiest images are just memories? And all you have to look forward to is that tomorrow is going to be just like today. Eddie, this is one big waiting room. And I don't like what I'm waiting for.
It seems the jewelry was stolen 2 months ago from Forder and Company. They figured the stones recut and sold on the black market might bring close to $100,000. I had the mountings dusted for prints. The only good ones lifted belonged to Harry Chester.
I want the Academy of Gemology put under 24-hour surveillance. And you and Gelman take the first shift. Send Webster and Gillis in here.
Okay. It's your turn. He's in one bad mood.
I want you to spell Danko and Kelman at 9 o'clock. You're going to stake out the Academy of Gemology.
Who are we looking for, sir?
Harry Chester was probably paid to recut some stolen diamonds. I suspect his conscience started to bother him, and he tried to give the money back in order to get off the hook, and he didn't. Somebody searched his apartment, probably for the diamonds, and maybe they found them. And if they didn't, the next logical move is to search the Academy. That's who you're looking for. Gentlemen, you can take Ben Fuller with you if you want to.
Is that an order, sir?
If you want to, can in no way be construed as an order, Officer Webster. It's your choice.
What if we choose not to?
Well, I can't guarantee anything, Officer Gillis, but I can give you an educated guess. You're going to go out on that stakeout, and you're going to find Ben Fuller there waiting for you because he knows it's our next logical move. So you can either have him as a part of the operation where you can control him, or you can have him as an onlooker where you cannot anticipate his next move and where his reactions may very well foul up the whole thing. So it's your choice. Which is it?
He's in, sir.
Code 3, repeat, code 3. Switch to TAC 2 and keep channel clear. The following units to proceed north at maximum on Route 4. 7, repeat, 7. Your ETA 2.5 minutes to intersection Belvedere and Route 4. Code 3 to 29er. Join other units at intersection Belvedere and Route 4 to proceed north.
Come on in.
Attention, following
I hope I'm safe with you guys. It seems like every time we cross paths, I committed some crime.
Well, sir, this time you're safe.
Good.
Sorry to hear about Mrs. Chester.
Thank you. But that's not why you're here.
No, sir. We're staking out the Academy of Gemology tonight, and we have the unofficial okay for you to join us.
You serious?
Mm-hmm. Lieutenant Riker feels that 3 heads are better than 2.
Especially when 2 of them belong to rookies, right? I'll get my coat.
30 seconds, and we've already got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're 10 minutes early. For that, Jill thanks you, I thank you, my dog Fred thanks you.
What's the layout?
That's the exit. Kelman's around front. Now, the dean left about 10 to 8. Nobody's been in or out since.
Okay. Hey, there's a big thermos of hot coffee in the front seat if you want some.
I think you guys better keep all you brought. Tell Kelman I'm in the car. I'll see you later, huh?
Yeah.
I think it's better if 2 of us stay here.
Okay, you and me, Mr. Fuller.
I'll go give Kelman the word.
Kid, you lay back here, you cover me. If there's more than one of them, I'll take the second man. Oh, and if you have to fire, you make sure you got the right guy in your sights.
Mr. Fuller.
Yeah?
You're unarmed, so I suggest you keep out of the way. Now, why don't you go right by those garbage cans, right over there? If Terry needs me, you let me know. If anything happens to me, you make sure he gets around here in a hurry. You're here on a pass, Mr. Fuller.
to him.
Get an ambulance. Damn it, you old fool. I said, get an ambulance. Mr. Fuller, I think I owe you an apology. I know I owe you an apology.
What for?
When I told you to get the ambulance. When I called you.
I am an old man.
Yeah, but that's not what I said. I said it like it was an insult.
Young people are a little prejudiced against old fools like me. And you get used to it.
Get used to it? How do you get used to prejudice? I don't think we should take it lying down. Quiet. I think next time I call you anything like that, you should knock me on my tail.
I will. But I don't think there's going to be a next time.
I don't think so either.
Thanks again. I'm okay. Nothing broken.
Well, you're lucky they got you where you were thickest.
Well, this little concussion's gonna be a drag for you, too, you know.
Oh?
Doctor says that you gotta wake me up every hour to make sure I'm still alert.
Still?
Mm-hmm.
Were you ever?
Willie, I let him get away. I'm sorry.
Ben, don't worry about it. How's Riker taking it?
Would you like me to tell you, Officer Gillis?
I think I already know, sir.
Wonderful. Glad to hear you did not lose your keen sense of perception along with that blow in your head. I can tell you what did get lost in the night. A murderer and a jewel thief.
Did they get the diamonds?
I do not know. The only thing I do know is they didn't find them in Chester's apartment, or they wouldn't have had the need to search the academy, and they did a pretty thorough job of that, let me tell you.
Lieutenant, nobody went in or out of that building while we were there.
So I've been told. That suggests to me that the perpetrator hid in the building during the day, and he waited until no one was there at night to conduct his search. So we can assume it was an inside job. And I am going to miss your assistance as I go through this list of students and faculty members and hired help to find out which one that might be.
Eddie, you mind if I take a look at that?
Not at all. Officers Webster and Gillis, you report to me in my office.
Can we give you a lift home?
No. I think I'll walk a little bit.
See you.
A long time no see.
How are you, Barney?
Oh, surviving. You know, you look terrific.
Yeah?
That retirement business, it really agrees with it. I got 2 years to go. And I don't mind telling you, I can hardly wait.
Barney, you're gonna love it.
What can I do for you?
Oh, see if you got anything on file for these two guys, will you?
It's a little out of line, Ben.
Oh, come on, be a pal. They're both dating my granddaughter. I want to find out if they're on the up and up, is all.
Frank Janice, Frank Pender. Your granddaughter knows a lot of Franks.
If you find anything on them, you call me at this number. I'll be waiting, Barney.
All right, Ben.
Look, I don't care how you add it up, it still comes out we're crazy to stick around here.
The Stones are around here.
The Stones and the cops. There was a detective at the school and a stakeout later that same night. That means they're getting close.
Yeah, well, we're sitting here, aren't we? I mean, they didn't get us, did they?
Well, they only had 2 chances. I still got another swing coming. I say we vote. And my vote is that we split out of here right now.
Oh, vote. What do you think? This is a civics class? I'm not going to split on some vote.
Frank? Look, you don't want to buy it a 2-to-1 vote. I know how to make it unanimous.
I've always tried to be a guy open to suggestion. The ayes have it.
Hello.
Ben? Marnie. You better tell your granddaughter to stay away from one of those guys.
You tell me which one.
Frank Pender. He's got a record going back 8 years. GTA mostly. Then some fairly heavy robberies. 3 indictments, no collars.
You got a current address on him?
Yeah, 5454 Seaside Walk. One of those places down by the amusement park, I think.
54 Seaside. I appreciate this, Barney.
You tell that girl to leave that guy alone, you hear?
Yeah, I'll take care of this personally. Rest assured.
The other possibility is there's no connection. I want you to run these for me. Tell me if they have any records. There's no connection between the ransacking of the academy and the murder.
You really believe that?
Not for a second, but it's a possibility.
This guy's got one.
How come this was pulled?
Doing a favor for Ben Fuller. His granddaughter's dating the guy, and he wanted me to check him out.
Ben Fuller doesn't have a granddaughter, and you weren't doing him any favor.
Was at the skulls out there.
Was anybody with him?
I didn't see anybody.
You and me go around the back way. You go out and see what he wants.
Hey, I don't know you two aren't just gonna split and leave me holding the bag.
Because we don't have the stones yet. That's how you know.
All right.
Good afternoon, sir. Can I help you? I'm sort of the watchman around here.
Your name Pinder? Frank Pinder?
Who wants to know?
My name's Fuller. I'm a friend of Harry Chester's.
Now, you mean you were a friend? He's dead.
Yeah, I know. But I'm still his friend. That's what I'm doing here. I'm gonna find out who beat him to death after he left my place.
Your place? What do you mean, your place? You mean he wasn't coming from his apartment, he was coming from your place? Well, that's where he stashed the stuff then. He stashed it in this bird's apartment. No wonder we couldn't find it.
Now, how can you be so sure I didn't find it?
No, that's why you're here. You'd have found the stuff, you'd have been long gone. I'm afraid you forgot to look in your very own pad, old-timer. You just didn't plain think.
Police, freeze!
They need us more than he does, Lieutenant. Lieutenant!
Police officer, freeze!
Big hero, eh, Ben?
I think I did fine.
Yeah, well, I think you're a reckless old coot.
Eddie, you ever call me an old coot again, I'll knock you right on your keister. I'll call the wagon. Hi, Ben. Oh, all right, boys.
Haven't seen you around for a while.
Well, you know how it is. You get busy. I've been having a little trouble gearing down from being back in harness.
The insurance company was sure happy to get those jewels back.
Yeah, and Lieutenant Riker says that there will be a reward.
Good. Good.
What's your plans, Ben?
Plans? Oh, I don't have any plans. I read a little. Sit in the sun and I read some more, I guess. I don't know.
Ben?
What's that?
It's a telephone number. Lieutenant Riker asked us to give it to you.
It's the number of the Police Athletic Association. They're expecting your call.
Yeah? About what?
About a job, if you're interested.
Ben, there's so many things that you could do. Depends on what you want. You can sit there in that chair. It's your choice.